Sis, are you thinking about dating a man from your work or from your church? Before you do, I got 7 key points to help you navigate that ship. Dating within your workspace or at your church. We are navigating the risks and the outcomes. Hi, my name is Amanya, and welcome back to the Art Word Lounge. So it's wonderful to be with you today. We're sharing wisdom and perspectives on a delicate yet common topic: dating within familiar spaces, particularly the workplace and your church. These environments are where we spend a significant amount of time. We are always there. And especially for church, when we think about it, we're like, well, church is the best place for us to find the guy because we want a God fearing man, and church is where to find it. He's got to be at my church. And so, we can get excited when a potential happen and, something is happening, and we tend to forget, okay, this may not work out, and we may end up um losing this and this not working out, and then where do we end up next, right? And it's like, well, if things go south here at church, what do I got to go find another church? So we have to think about these things realistically. We have to count up the cost, right? At the end of the day, you have to count up the cost. It's natural to form bonds or even romantic feelings with people we share value and experiences with. But dating within these circles comes with unique challenges, especially if these things don't work out, and then we lose hope, and then it becomes bad, word gets back to the pastor, and it's a mess. So we're going to talk today about how to approach these situations wisely, right? What to consider before stepping into romance or romantic relationships in your church or in your workplace, and how to protect your heart and your reputation if things don't work out. So, we're counting up the cost, navigating risk and outcomes when it comes to dating in your church or in the workplace. The first point of dating within your workplace or your church and navigating the risks and the outcome, the first point is this: understanding the stakes before you begin. When you date someone from your workplace or your church, you're not just engaging in a private relationship, you're creating a connection that may have public consequences. If things go well, it is beautiful, man. It's wonderful. We could be having a wedding. We could be having, oh, it could be beautiful. But if the relationship ends, you may still see each other regularly, which can be uncomfortable and even painful. Ask yourself some of these questions. Am I prepared to handle seeing this person frequently if we break up? Will I be able to maintain professionalism or a spirit of grace if things don't work out? How could this affect my reputation or influence within this environment, within the church, the congregation, the job? Entering a relationship with clarity is the best thing that you can do. But these things are risky. Love is worth pursuing for sure, but wisdom protects the heart, and it also protects the reputation. So we have to be wise about what we are doing, especially in our church. And again, we want this to be a good thing. We want it to end up, at the altar there in the church. but sometimes it doesn't work that way. And so we have to truly be able to be mindful about what we're doing and saying, because if it goes wrong at your church, does that mean you have to pack up and go to another church? Now you got to do all kinds of things, to just make it, because this is a feeding place for you. This is where you get fed in the spirit. And even though you are single and people are trying to get together, but there's still sometimes things may not work out, and you have to be very, very wise when it comes to the decision of, do I really want to embark into this? Is this the right person before I do this and it doesn't work out, and I end up looking kind of foolish, you know. Second point, when navigating the risk and the outcomes when starting to date in the workplace or your church. Point two, set clear boundaries and expectations early. One way to reduce the risks of heartbreak or conflict is to establish boundaries and communicate openly from the very start. Talk about your intentions and your expectations. Are both of you serious about pursuing a godly relationship? Or is this a casual interest? Are you aligned in your values and your goals for the future? Very important things to think about and to know about these things early. Boundaries also include limiting what you share with colleagues or church members about your relationship, because church folks is nosy. Protect your privacy and the dignity of your connection by keeping details between the two of you, because that's what's going to really build. And if you two are honest and communicating with each other, the rest of it is just noise, because your focus is on a godly relationship. If that's what he wants and if that's what you want, then you two are looking for guidance directly from the Father, and it will work out great. But you all have to be on the same page. You have to be clear about your boundaries and expectations about where each other are in their lives. And is this something that we can see a future coming out of this, right? So, yeah, we have to be clear early. Third point of navigating the risk and outcome when dating in the workplace or church. So, point three, be prepared to handle emotional discomforts. If the relationship ends, emotional discomfort is almost inevitable. In a church where your spiritual connection is where you get your feeding, you get your spiritual foundation there. At work, where you have to collaborate with other team members, so seeing your ex regularly can stir up unresolved feelings. How do you navigate this? First, extend grace to yourself and to the other person as well, to him as well. Remember, both of you are human beings and learning through this process as well. Second, avoid gossip or negative talk. Resist the urge to vent about what went wrong with friends, coworkers, or your church friends. Don't do it. Speaking ill of the other person damages not only their reputation, but yours as well. Finally, pray for peace and emotional healing. Let God's grace guide your steps, guide his steps as you process your feelings and seek closure in this moment, because you're going to need God to help navigate this so you can move forward with your feelings and get closure in the relationship and in the situation. It's the only way. Navigating risk and outcome when it comes to dating in your church or at the workplace. Fourth point is handle the situation with maturity. Whether things ended amicably or there were hurt feelings, your response will shape how others view you, including him. In a workplace, professionalism is critical. Maintain respect, avoid drama, and focus on your responsibilities. In the church, humility and grace are essential. Don't let a breakup keep you from attending service or participating in the ministries. God's house is your sanctuary, and no relationship should make you feel unwelcome in his presence or in his house. If needed, seek counsel from a trusted community leader, a trusted church leader, or a counselor to help you navigate these lingering emotions. And I would also say to maybe switch up ministries if you're all in the same ministry, go into a different area. This way you're not seeing each other as much, because every time you're in the room with him, he's in the room with you, that elephant is in the room until these feelings get sorted out. So I would definitely say seek to find different spaces that the two of you aren't always in when it comes to the ministry in the church. Navigating the risk and outcome when dating in the workplace or your church. Point number 5: trust God's sovereignty over your relationships. Sometimes a relationship that doesn't work out teaches us valuable lessons. It's an opportunity for growth, reflection, and a deeper understanding of what you need to do and what you deserve when it comes to your partner. Romans 8:28 tells us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So, even in the outcome is not what you wanted or you hoped, trust that God is using the experience for your good. He sees the bigger picture and knows exactly who and what is best for you. So trust God in the process, because everything that he does is for your benefit. Everything works out for the good because you trust God and you love God and you've put everything in him because you know that he is working on your behalf. Point number 6: in navigating risk and outcome when it comes to dating in your church or your workplace. 6: don't let fear prevent you from pursuing love wisely. While it's important to be cautious, don't be fearful. Don't let fear keep you from pursuing love altogether. God's design for us is to find companionship and connections. We were designed for that. And so that's why we want it and we need it and we crave it. The key is to pursue relationship with eyes wide open, hearts guarded by wisdom, and trust in God and his plan, right? Trust God's plan. And if you're drawn to someone at work or church, proceed cautiously and thoughtfully. Pray for guidance, seek wise counsel, and move forward only when you have peace about this person, when you have peace about the relationship, when you have peace about the decision that you're making towards the relationship. Because if there is no peace, then it's no good. You must have peace. So don't have fear, have peace, and proceed with caution. Navigating risk and outcome when dating in the workplace or at your church. Point number 7, final point. If it ends, walk away with grace and confidence. Breakups, though painful, are not the end of your story. Hold your head up high, knowing that you handled the situation with integrity. Let the past be a teacher, not a burden. Keep your heart open to the right person God has been preparing you for and has been preparing for you also. Continue to grow in your faith, character, and trust in God's perfect timing. I can't say it enough. Trust in God's perfect timing, because God is building you and he's building the man that you're supposed to be with. And you may not find him in this church. He may come for a visit one day. He may, you never know. So just know that trust in God, trust in his timing, that your perfect person is being worked on just like he is working on you. So when the two of you come together, it is a match made in heaven. In closing, when navigating the risk and outcomes when dating in the workplace is this. Ladies, dating with familiar spaces like work or church can be a beautiful experience when approached with wisdom, clarity, and prayer. But it can also carry risks. Guard your heart, think carefully, and trust God to lead you. If it doesn't work out, let grace and maturity be your guide. And as always, remember, the right person will come in God's perfect timing. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Really do appreciate it. May your hearts be filled with wisdom, strength, hope, and navigating in this jungle, this journey of love. So, thank you very much. God bless you and keep you. Don't forget to like, share, comment on the content, and share it with another sister who you think will get value from it. And I say, you have a great day wherever you are. God bless and keep. And I'll see you in another conversation. Hello, lovely. Thanks again for stopping by here at the Art Word Lounge and hearing this amazing content. Please share it with another sister, friend, daughter, whoever that you think will find value here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.